How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We do have a little bit of an older one here from Corgi. As you can see, it is 1/72nd scale diecast. It is a Supermarine Spitfire Mk.Vb. It is a Russian one, as you can plainly see there. Now, the Soviets would receive nearly 150 Spitfire Mk.Vbs in 1943 under the Lend-Lease program. And our one right here is one from the 57th Guards Fighter Aviation Regiment, which formed in the early 1940s. Now, this aircraft would be destroyed in April of 1943 after crashing in adverse weather conditions when returning from a combat mission. Now, unfortunately, the pilot, Sergeant Pavel Sergeyevich Ryabov, would die from injuries sustained in that crash. Now, we will just open that part up. It does have that little slip cover there, and then a big black box there, and we'll take that lid off. And then we'll get this other black part out, and it does have the certificate in the bottom of that there, and there is a limited run of 1,810, a very unusual number. And so if you do like what you see, you will have to hunt for one of these, of course, on the interwebs, and there is not a great deal of them made. Let us get this open. Alright, now with that noisy part out of the way, it does have a little baggie that does contain the landing gear options for gear up or gear down, of course. It does have a stand, one of these clear base type of stands. These are all plastic, so yeah, that's all I can say about that. So let us get the model out. Comes out beautifully. Now let's have a little look. Alright. Now, it does have some nice detail, as you can see there. We'll zoom in a little bit so you can actually see some of that detail. The panel lines are really nicely done. It does have the pilot figure in there. The paint application itself is really nicely done. The propeller does spin pretty nicely. Now, with these ones, I'm pretty sure, yep, you can see some of that nice engine detail in there, which does look pretty cool. The markings on this are pretty well applied. So it's just something a little bit different to see a Spitfire with some Russian markings on it. We'll have a little look underneath. So it does have some nice stenciling underneath there as well. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, what we'll do is we'll quickly set this up and check it out in flight. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, here we are, all done and dusted in flight. Very easy. Just put those two little gear bay doors on, and that is job done. And that is your wonderful looking Spitty all set up in flight. Looks fantastic. Yep, no problems with that. And of course, don't forget, if you do want to put it on your stand, you just stick it in your stand hole. And that is a job done in there. And I reckon it does look pretty cool. And it's not a RAF Spitty. This is just something a little bit different. I do like it when it's a little bit different. So with the old red stars on it, is just, I reckon it does look pretty cool. All right, that's you in flight, guys, done, of course. So we need to chuck this on its landing gear. So that should be a very straightforward process. We will just take that off and try not to drop it. Now, it's just the fact of flicking these out. That is job done. And then putting those ones straight in there. And it should be very, very straightforward. And just take a couple of seconds. And that is it. These do roll as well. So if you like to roll your wheels around, you can. So if you're one of those type of people that like to push your planes around on the deck, you will be happy to know you can do that. Yes, you do have to hold on to that, because I reckon it will probably drop off if you do turn it upside down without putting your finger on top of that. Oh, we can always check. Oh, no. That made a liar out of me. Anyway, but I reckon it does look pretty nice there, of course. Definitely another nice Spit here from Corgi. and hopefully you did enjoy what you saw today, and yeah, we'll wind up the video. So I will do the usual. I'll take some photos of this, whack them on at the end of the video, and if you did enjoy what you see, don't forget to throw some of these in my direction. Always feel free to drop a comment below as well. All right, everyone, with that, I will say farewell, and thank you, of course, for spending your time in watching another one of our videos. I hope you enjoyed this Russian Spitfire today. All right, thank you so much for watching, and you all have a great rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.